Hello everyone, my name is Jay Haskamp and I would like to welcome you to another Frontier Precision Tech Talk. Today we are going to discuss setting up the base and rover settings in an RTK survey style. To begin, from the main access screen choose Settings, and then choose Survey Styles from the Settings screen. In this example, we're going to create a new survey style. So pick the New button at the bottom of the screen and give your survey style a name. Choose the appropriate style type by selecting the drop-down list and choosing GNSS. Pick the Accept button to continue. We will start at the top by choosing Rover Options. Tap the Survey drop-down menu to select the appropriate survey type. In this example, we are going to use RTK. Tap the Broadcast Format drop-down menu to select the proper broadcast format. Most current Trimble equipment uses CMRX or a version of CMR. This must be set the same as at the base. For this example, we are going to choose CMRX from the list. Tap the Use Station Index right arrow and select any. Alternatively, you can enter in a station index number so you only see any base station broadcasting using that station index at the start of the survey. Check the box to prompt Station Index, which will allow you to view all of the available base stations on the specified frequency when the survey is started. The station index is simply an identifier. When multiple base stations are transmitting on the same frequencies, the Prompt Station Index box displays a list of available receivers when the survey is started, so you can choose the one you want to connect to, opposed to Trimble Access searching and selecting a receiver automatically for you. Choose the Page button to move to the second page. The satellite differential setting will allow you to receive an SBAS or an OmniStar signal if your radio link goes down. The elevation mask can be left at the default of 10 degrees or raised up higher if you wish, and the PDOT mask should always remain at 6. Choose the proper antenna type that coincides with the type of rover that you're using. In this example, we're going to use the Trimble R10. Click the button to continue to the next page, and make sure you set your Measured To setting to the proper location for your type of receiver. For the R10, we are going to choose bottom of quick release. Since we are using a fixed 2-meter pole, we can enter in our antenna height. Now check the GNSS signal tracking to make sure that you have the proper checkboxes for the proper satellite constellations that you want to use checked. Under Roving Precision, keep the Auto Tolerance box checked to use the Trimble defaults, or uncheck it and enter your own values. On the last page, you have an Exfil checkbox if you wish to use the Exfil service, and a box for the tilt if you wish to use the integrated tilt sensor. These settings are only for R10 receivers. Pick the Accept button to continue, and now select Rover Radio from the list. The R10 in this instance uses its internal radio. You can see we have some other options here if you are running an external radio, but for this instance we are going to use Receiver Internal and keep the method to Trimble 450/900. Pick Accept to continue. Now choose Base Options from the list. Again, we are going to keep the survey type at RTK. And again, our broadcast format is going to be CMRX. Remember, this needs to match at both the base and the rover. Our station index we're going to change. The station index can be changed to any number between 0 and 31. It is an identifier that the base station transmits, so the rover and the user can determine which base station to connect to at the start of the survey. The elevation mask can be left at the default of 10 degrees. And we need to choose the proper antenna type for our base receiver. In this example, we are going to use the R8 GNSS. Choose the button to go to the next page. Again, select the proper Measure To point for your base receiver. For the R8 GNSS, we're going to choose Center of Bumper, and we're going to leave the antenna height a question mark since we are using a standard tripod and the height will vary between base setups. Again, check the proper checkboxes for the GNSS constellations you wish to use in your solution. and pick Accept. Now choose the base radio setting from the menu, and from the pull-down list, select the type of base radio that you are using. For this example, we're going to use the TDL 450, and for the R8 GNSS receiver, we are plugging into receiver port 1, and our communication baud rate needs to be set at 38400. Pick the Accept button to continue, and choose the Store Soft key at the bottom of the screen to save the changes. This concludes our tech talk on base and rover settings in an RTK survey style. Hopefully you found this beneficial and will join us again next time. Thank you.